Well, hello out there in YouTube land, Greg's Mowers and More. Today we're working on some trailer bearings and just want to show you what I'm dealing with here. Working on a little boat trailer here. We got the trailer lifted up. I just want to show you guys something. This is how you check bearings on a trailer. Grab your tire, push in, pull out, and you can see that thing's got quite a bit of movement in it. That's not good. Shouldn't do that. That means your bearing's out of adjustment or it's bad. Give it a spin, hear what the bearing sounds like. And that is definitely bad. You can hear that bearing growling. You can literally see the wheel tracking in and out. We got a problem. This is what we're going to be doing today. On closer inspection, you can see this dust cap is not on evenly. Since it's a boat trailer, it probably got water in the bearings, cooked them. Stick a screwdriver in there, just kind of pry that dust cap out. Oh yeah, we got lots of contaminated grease in there. It's not looking very good. Okay, so the next thing we gotta do is pull this little cotter pin, take this nut out. I'm gonna take the tire off too, take my lug nuts off so I can just take this little hub out, clean it out, and I'll come back here in a minute. So when you get in here on closer inspection, you can see there's some rust in there. This bearing's definitely got water in it. I'm going to try to do this with one hand and hold the phone with the other. Got a pair of needle nose here. A pair of side cuts will work better. I was just too lazy to go get them. But what you want to try to do is try to straighten out this cotter pin here so you can get it out of here. Because this cotter pin is what keeps your axle nut from backing out. So you can see that nut's moving right now a little bit. There's just enough grease in there to make this a crappy job. I'm kind of hopeful we can clean it up, but I doubt it. These bearings are probably going to be torched when we get in here. Okay, this isn't working too good. I'm going to try this pair of pliers instead. Oh, she's not quite straight enough. Let me get it out of there and then we'll come back. Alright. Cotter pin's about ready to pull out. There we go. Pull it out. And what I like to do is set my spare parts in my bearing cup there. And then that axle nut should just come off with your fingers. Well, I mean, sometimes not. Depends on the axle. Oh man, there's all kinds of stuff in there. Chunks and... yeah, this is going to be a bad one. Oh, I can just hear the grit in the threads. While you're down here, take a look at your tires. I can see on this one, I don't know if it's showing up on camera or not, but there's some dry rot in there. These tires need to be replaced. You get them on the highway, get them heated up, they'll blow out. Alright, so there's our axle nut, and you can see that grease looks like baby poop. And then there's our spacer. Alright. And we gotta try to get that bearing to come out. Okay, there's our bearing. It's intact. It's just not looking very good. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this tire and this bearing and stuff, and I'll come back when we're ready to go over to the bench. Okay, we got the wheel and tire off there. Now we're left with our hub here. You might have to give this a good little tug to get past the wheel seal on the back there. There we go. There she's coming. Alright. And you can look in the back. You got a wheel seal here. There's a bearing in there behind the wheel seal. So we're down to that. And we're down to our axle. Axle should clean up. Doesn't look like we got any bearing damage. So if you ever actually melt down an axle, like your bearings completely run out of grease altogether, or a bearing fails and locks up on it, right in where the bearing rides here and here, you'll see the metal will be discolored. It'll be like blue, it could be like red, orange, black, could be all different kind of colors depending on how seized, how hot it gets. But hopefully this one will clean up. We'll know more once we actually spray some stuff on there and get the grease off of it, what it looks like. We can see if there's any difference in thickness, things like that. But for now, I'm going to go over and try to get this hub apart, get the wheel seal out of the back, get the other bearing out, and we'll start cleaning up our parts and see what we're dealing with here. Then we'll really know something. Alright, so just an important tip here. Once you get this hub off, before you go ripping and tearing into it and, you know, thinking that you're either changing something at a NASCAR pace or that you're master trailer mechanic guy, take some time to go ahead and clean up around this wheel seal here and look for a number on it, because you're going to need that to find new parts. So we can see here that it says National right there. I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera. And then we got a part number right there. It's kind of hard to see. Looks like it says 7761. So I'm going to do a Google search on that, see what I can't find. Alright, so I Google searched a National 7761 wheel seal, and it sent me all different kinds of places. So we're going to have to get a little more technical here and get our tape measure out. And you want to go to the insides of the seal, and then the outside diameter of the seal is what you want. So just kind of using my tape measure, and I can see that that's just under 1.25 inches right there, just barely under 1.25 inches. And then for our outer part here, we're just under 2 inches. And I went and I found on Walmart.com for some boat trailer axle seals, and I found ones that match this spec. So I found the ones that we need. So now I can continue with my teardown. I'm not going to have those seals today, but right now I'm just trying to figure out what parts to order, and then I can probably save this seal good enough that I can stick it back in temporarily, because I mean, he's not going to be dragging it to the lake or anything with trash bearings in it. So it'll be good enough to get it outside, get it out of the shop, so it's not in here holding up everything else that's going on. So we're going to continue with our disassembly. Alright, so when it comes time to try to get this wheel seal out, there's guys that do this a variety of different ways. There's guys that take a flat blade screwdriver and hammer it in here. As you can see, somebody's already done that once. Look at the difference in that. You're messing this up when you're doing that. I don't like to do that. A little pry bar will do. You can stick it down in there, and you can try to hold the hub with one hand here and push down out here on the handle, try to pop that out. I like something with more like a 90 on it. This isn't the right tool for the job. I couldn't find the one because somebody else has been down here and probably taken it somewhere to a job site or whatever. But this should do it. And this will get up in there on the edge of the seal down here and pry it out. Now I'm not going to be able to do this because obviously I need two hands, but I'm going to get this popped out real quick and then we'll come back. Alright, just like that, we got her popped out. Did very little damage to our grease seal. Now we can see just all kinds of stuff in here. If your grease looks like that, it is not lubricating anything. It is just beyond its expiration dates. So there's our inner bearing. Again, can't really tell the condition of the rollers or anything right now. It's probably going to need to be replaced by the sound it was making. So we're continuing on though. Alright, so when you're trying to do all this, make sure you find something that wheel hub will fit in. And I'm going to show you a trick to make it a little easier. What I do is I'll put the hub in here and I'll clean it first. Then I'll go and I'll soak the bearings and stuff. But all I use for this is gasoline. Good old gasoline. If you got a parts cleaner tank, that's great. A lot of guys don't have one. I don't have one down here. And I don't feel like wasting a bunch of time and a bunch of cans of brake clean. You know, yeah, a gallon of gas is $5. Okay, and gasoline is one of the greatest solvents you'll ever buy. So I'm going to fill this up with gas, and we're going to clean this hub up. Then we'll move on to the bearings, then we'll come back. All right, as you can see, I filled that with gas just over the top of that hub. I'm going to let that sit. You can see it's already turning rust color and dissolving everything. Here in a little while, we'll let that sit a while, and then we'll come back and we'll be able to get all that nasty grease out and see what our races look like, and clean our hub all up, and keep moving forward. Little by little, a lot gets done. All right, so while our bearings and everything are soaking in our gasoline there, thought it'd be a good time to come back and start checking on this axle. I got all the grease off of it, and as you can see, we got some rust damage. And it kind of looks like maybe it got a little bit hot back there on the back side, right in here. So I'm going to take a little bit of emery cloth that I got here in my hand, some really fine grit sandpaper, and I'm going to clean this up because it doesn't look too bad. It's definitely salvageable. I'll clean it up and then we'll come back. All right, so I've used up a pretty good amount of emery cloth here. You can start to see the shine coming back on it on that machine finish. Got a lot of the rust off, didn't get it all off. However, we're just trying to clean it up good enough that it'll be all right, and it'll last and be good. I'm sure some machinist guy is going to get on here and just totally ream me a new one, but you know, whatever. I mean, if you're just the average guy trying to get his boat to go back and forth to the lake, and you know, you pull your bearings off and it looked like it did before, where it just had tons of rust and discoloration, a machinist guy is going to say, well, you know, it's been hot and, you know, it messes with the metallurgy. And yeah, it kind of does. I'll agree with that. But are you going to go and have a new axle shaft welded on or replace the entire axle under this boat for that? Come on. Get your little emery cloth, polish it up. It doesn't have to be perfect. Run your fingernail along here, and as long as nothing really catches your fingernail, it's good enough. Okay? It's good enough to run. All right, just pulled all our parts out of the gasoline here. Not looking too good for the home team at this point. Actually, let me go get my light. All right, I'm back and I got my light, and I don't know how much you're going to be able to see, and I'm pretty sure the light's flashing because it's on camera. But if you look down in there at that bearing race, right down in there, you can see rust pitting, discoloration, and all kinds of wear in there from that water getting in there and corrupting that grease. That's not the right word I want to use, but anyway, so our races are pretty well trashed. Both sides. I don't think I need the light for this one. Let's shut it off. But you can see inside that end cap there, it's all rust pitted. Our bearings, okay, they got a lot of wear in them, and they don't roll well. You can hear it. Literally hear it. Sounds like sandpaper in there. That one's locking up right now. Okay, and there's rust coming out of them while I'm turning them. Look, that one's missing a roller. That bearing's junk. Okay. This other one's a little better, but not by much. All the rollers are rust pitted. So this thing needs bearings, races, and a wheel seal at a minimum. At the maximum, maybe new buddy bearing hubs would help save some issues down the line, because then you can grease them every time. You know, you can tear them apart and all that stuff. What I'm talking about a buddy bearing is on the end here, on the dust cap, it'll have a rubber cover here that you can pop it out, and then it'll have a grease zerk on the shaft that you can grease your bearings through this. So you could shoot grease right in there, grease your wheel bearings, get all that water out, and it'll help keep the water out of here. Most likely the cause of this is this dust cap was improperly installed, that or it worked its way loose. The dust seal, I mean, it looked all right, but it is old, it is kind of rotten. So the The dust seal lets some water through, the dust cap lets some water through, and then you drive on that for a while and let it sit and let it rust up and try to drive it again, and you ruin it all. So anyway, I'm going to take some pictures and send them to the owner of this boat trailer, let him know what's going on, and send him some part numbers so hopefully he can get some parts ordered. And then probably what I'm going to do is I'm just going to smear these with just the tiniest little bit of grease, enough so they won't hurt anything. Jam this thing back together on that axle, put the tire back on, and then I'm going to move it 20 feet outside, and that's where it's going to sit till it gets parts. So yeah, I wish I had more to show you guys at this point in time, but I do not. But anyway, that's a little bit of your bearing 101. What to look for, how to inspect them, how to clean them, how to take it apart. Alright, so I'm getting a little older, having a hard time seeing some things here. The part number on this Timken bearing was kind of hard for me to see until I blew it up here on the phone. I'm trying to get it to focus. It's not doing a very good job. It's L44649, and I looked it up, and you can buy an entire bearing trailer kit on Amazon for this for like 20 bucks. It'll do both sides, has the wheel seals, everything. So I think he's going to be good to go. I'm going to start working on putting a little bit of grease back on these bearings and stuff, and putting this back on there to get it outside. So that's about as far on this video as I can go right now. But I really hope you guys have enjoyed watching it, and I hope it's given you some good information for your project if you're having issues with your boat trailer bearings. So thank you for watching. Have a great day, and God bless you. Please consider liking and subscribing. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think.